Welcome to AC 24/7's Top Story Countdown. I'm LaPortia. Right now, I'm here to guide you through the biggest stories of the day. Here's our pick for number 4.
The Saturn Awards have been in my life, my whole professional career.
The 51st Annual Saturn Awards honored the year's best in genre entertainment. James Cameron took Best Film Direction for Avatar: The Way of Water. Oppenheimer director Christopher Nolan received the Visionary Award, and Emily Blunt was named Best Supporting Actress in a Film.
It seems strange to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award at 50. Did you somehow get my colonoscopy results before I did?
Actually, Seth MacFarlane received the Robert Forster Artists Award, given to an innovative trailblazer. The Lifetime Achievement Award went to the cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Other honors from the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films included the Dan Curtis Legacy Award, given to the Walking Dead franchise.
Lance made an imprint and raised the bar in every work of art and genre he was in.
The night was dedicated to the memory of actor Lance Reddick, and his friend and John Wick colleague Keanu Reeves accepted the first Lance Reddick Legacy Award. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
The Advocate Channel looks at the world through the lens of equality, community, hope, and inclusion. AC 24/7's Top Story Countdown continues with our producer's pick for number 3.
You might have mixed feelings about the job market right now, depending on your field. Big companies like UPS, Amazon, and Microsoft have announced layoffs in recent weeks. But a report Friday from the Labor Department shows overall job growth outpacing economists' predictions to start the year. The labor market booming to start 2024. U.S. employers added 353,000 jobs in January, according to the Labor Department. The unemployment rate held steady for a third consecutive month at 3.7%.
It looks like this economy, this job market in any event, is holding very, very strong.
Professional and business services leading the way in January, adding 74,000 jobs. Healthcare adding 70,000 jobs, and the retail sector adding 45,000 jobs, a reflection of consumer confidence and shoppers willing to head out and spend, even as interest rates remain at a 23-year high amid the Federal Reserve's efforts to tame inflation. On Wednesday, Chairman Jerome Powell said the Fed still needs more data before they cut rates.
We're looking for greater confidence that inflation is moving sustainably down to 2%. Implicitly, we do have confidence and it has been increasing, but we want to get greater confidence. What do we want to see? We want to see more good data.
A report from outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas released Thursday did note a jump in January layoffs, led by the tech and finance sectors. But overall, a separate report from the Labor Department this week found more than 9 million job openings for U.S. job seekers in December. The unemployment rate has now remained under 4% for 24 straight months, so 2 full years. The last time that unemployment stayed this low for this long was a 27-month stretch between 1967 and 1970, so more than 50 years ago. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
The Advocate Channel is now streaming live on Amazon Prime in the News app. Watch us there, or go to advocatechannel.com. AC 24/7 continues with today's top 2 pick.
These are people making decisions on our national security. These are people making decisions on the future of our economy. We need to know they're at the top of their game.
Nikki Haley not backing away from her argument that the American president shouldn't be in their 80s.
Mandatory mental competency tests for politicians over 75 years old.
It has been a critical piece of the 52-year-old's pitch to voters from day one, one that she has both sharpened.
Why are we allowing ourselves to have 2 80-year-olds who can't serve 8 years, who both are diminished, whether it's in their character or in their mental capacity?
And played with in recent weeks.
Sixth Sense, remember that one? I see dead people.
Yeah, that's what voters will say if they see you and Joe on the ballot.
Oh. Often to an audience filled with retirees, like this bar in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
I just don't think our country should be with somebody who's going on its way out when we still have so much young blood.
For 69-year-old Maureen Bolger, the idea of moving to a new generation is energizing. South Carolina was the fastest growing state in 2023, largely because of an influx of almost 40,000 retirees. And Haley is betting that they get her argument.
I think older people see it too.
61-year-old Anna Memo also fits that target audience.
Whether it's the Biden ticket or the Trump ticket, I do feel that it's very important to look at age and consider age and cognitive skills.
But not everyone considering the state's former governor found it to be the best.
I do think that we still have people that are 78 and 80 that can be senators and representatives.
For Edward Spears, currently an undecided GOP voter, it's just a part of the game.
She wants to be elected. If I was a younger candidate, I would do the same thing. That's just a political strategy.
And for older Trump supporters, even those interested in Haley, like Carol and Greg Carty, who moved full-time to Hilton Head 9 years ago.
I think she's a neat person. We read her book.
The tactic of going after Trump's age hasn't been a decisive factor because they are squarely set on voting for the former president.
It's typecasting the seniors, and that's not right because we're individuals.
But if she weren't doing these age things, it's not like you would go for her if she had left that argument in the past.
If Trump were not running, yes, I would. I'm old, so I'm stubborn.
The Africa Channel is your news source for news, entertainment, and trending stories. We're highlighting the advocates in our community. We have now arrived at our #1 story of the day. Take a look.
Buckingham Palace announcing that King Charles III has been diagnosed with a form of cancer, just over a week after undergoing a corrective procedure for a benign enlarged prostate. The palace outlining that during that procedure, a separate issue of concern was caught, resulting in the diagnosis. The type of cancer hasn't been specified, but a source tells CNN that it's not prostate cancer. The statement released by the palace revealed that the British monarch has already commenced a schedule of regular treatments and announced that he'll postpone public-facing duties as advised by his doctors. Monday's statement also saying that Charles decided to share his diagnosis to prevent speculation and help spread awareness for those affected by cancer. The King will also continue state business and official paperwork as usual as head of state, with CNN hearing that he'll continue his weekly audience with the British Prime Minister. CNN also understands there are no current plans to appoint councillors of state, which refers to designated members of the royal family who are delegated the monarch's duties temporarily if he becomes too unwell. The public would be told if that were to change. The diagnosis, less than a year into Charles's reign, also becoming a moment of unity for the royal family. CNN is learning that Queen Camilla is preparing to play an important role during this time, continuing her full programme of public duties. Kensington Palace also announcing earlier in the day that the Prince of Wales would return to public duties this week after taking time off to support his wife Kate after recovering from her recent abdominal surgery. Meanwhile, Prince Harry is set to fly back to the UK in the coming days to visit his father. The family, despite their fractures over the last few years, coming back together amid this crisis.
That's today's countdown. Download the Africa Channel app on your phone or smart TV. We're also one of Fire TV's newest free live news channels. There's more news and entertainment coming up after the break.